Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to MoMondays. And we are going to have an amazing night tonight. We have great speakers, great environment, and you will not believe it, anybody who has come in the last half an hour talking to me, just saying one thing: today the crowd is great. So I welcome all of you again to MoMondays.
But way back in the early years, when I would go back to Scotland on vacation, sometimes I would run into these same people who had been so negative about our plans. And do you know what they said? You're so lucky. You're so lucky to be living in Canada. I hear it's great over there. All the opportunities and everything. Oh my goodness, great. I wish I could live in Canada. Some people have all the luck. You know, this used to drive me crazy because there was nothing luck about it. They could have come to Canada. They could have gone to America, Australia, any place else that I could have gone, but they didn't. They stayed where they were. Now, let me just say, you don't have to emigrate to be happy. My mother was happy till the day she died in Britain. She thought it was the best country in the world. Fine, that's great. You don't have to emigrate. But these people were not happy.
And the bank says, well, we've been trying to get a hold of you. This is really important. I'm like, well, why? And they're like, we've closed your bank accounts. We have frozen everything, your credit cards, your line of credit. And I'm thinking, well, I said, why? And they said, well, because you haven't been making a payment. I go, yes, I have. I've been making a little bit here, a little bit there. I've taken the last year changing my business plan, refinancing, redoing everything. I finally decided I don't want to play small. I'm going for the big game. I want my dreams to come true. And so I've taken everything I have. I've cashed out my kids' money, my money. I've taken every ounce of money that I had, and I'm thinking, I'm going for it. And I get this phone call, and I'm thinking, I have no money. And they're like, but you didn't make the payment. I said, yes, I did. Well, somehow in my craziness of trying to do everything on my own, like many of us entrepreneurs do, I missed a payment 4 months ago.
The world's circumference at the equator is 40,076 kilometers. On August 8th, 2009, during a 24-kilometer training run, I achieved my goal of running around the world. I immediately decided to turn around and go back. And why not? My good health and the numerous friends I developed through running were all the motivation I needed. And I have a number of my Bender running friends in the corner. Thank you for coming.
He said, you know what, we are going to Canada, and you now start thinking about winding up. And I said, are we, yes, really going to Canada? He said, yes, we are. And in about month and a half, we are immigrating to Canada. For me, at that time, the thought was to pack up my whole world in 6 suitcases. It wasn't that easy for me. This idea of immigration just was sweeping in our lives. I got so busy in my world, in packing my whole world in 6 suitcases, that I forgot that within days, I will be leaving this country, my dear ones, my family, my friends, my pets, my plants, and my this wonder world where I wander whole day around.
The nice thing about being a Tom Jones impersonator and being a Las Vegas guy is you get to travel a lot. They take me to all kinds of nice... Well, I'm off to Florida in about 10 days' time on somebody else's dime. And I just got back from the Canary Islands. I'll tell you something funny about the Canary... I never knew. Did you know that in the Canary Islands there are no canaries? Now, the ironic thing about that is the week before I was in the Virgin Islands. And guess what? They don't have canaries there either.
So I would take it upon myself to go back to the client and I'd talk to them. And I'd spend an hour with them, a day with them, sometimes a day, a week, for several weeks until we got something that was genuinely different. And then I would take it to my creative people. And you know what the feedback was that I'd get? Almost every time the client would say to me, Michel, how did you get to our differentiation so quickly? How did you get to our point of difference? What made us distinct in the market? How did you get that so quickly? And you know what I would do? I'd shrug my shoulders and I'd say, I don't know. It's just what I do. It's nothing.
Life is a continuous process of evolution. Every day we evolve a little bit to find the perfect version of self. That's what we do whole life. And I wish that 2014 be the year for everyone to find the little mistakes in us so that we could find a Zen state before we say goodbye to this earth. Thank you very much. Thank you.